Could be a little smart with it though, I think.
I want to see if Harbour fits in that bracket.
If they had like the first part of the cups being in a country that is like pretty lenient with visas, and then the weekend being somewhere else where it would be harder to obtain, where they could have a crowd. FNATIC on defense, VITALITY on attack. Dude, I'm not even sure this recording's going to work. We'll see.
Struggled a little bit on the ISO.
No YouTube stream now. The YouTube should be up, hopefully.
Aggression towards the B site. FNATIC taking a lot of space.
Did you see Wolves retaking the wrong site?
The spawn, and you can see that's what VITALITY were hoping they would get out of them. Waiting in the spawn for some fights that are
Sounds like I don't want to see it.
Not found, and so to the A side they go. FNATIC still filling in that mid space, hoping Alpha
it's
can
in like
delay
full
long
retake.
enough with the snake bite.
It's on
He gets
Reddit.
it out, but
oh, God.
2 players already bursting out of main. The rest
I like this already though. FNATIC aren't having the Harbour solo. They're actually making sure that they have Harbour with the group so they can retake. It's good. They're learning from their game before.
Are wasting no time. Already filling in the mid space and looking to cut them off in the rotation.
Yeah, when you have Althea available to delay, the rest can
How
go
come there's no Lotus here? Did
expectation
VITALITY
is
ban
go back
Lotus?
the other way, a firing squad waiting, but a firing squad that
nice
loses
shots,
both
man.
fights. The advantage quickly dissipates. And now they're hightailing it all the way to the B site, an open one at that. The high tide thrown through to
Will I be on
give them the
Plat
space
Chat?
to
Nah, I
plant.
won't be on Plat Chat. There's no point, man. I'm missing like all the
What
games.
looked like a done deal for what would have been a 3 out of 3 pistol now is up.
It sounds like it might be a 7-hour episode though.
Very much so. The HP off Kron and Profek puts them within the danger zone. Some of these fights, especially against that Sheriff, but well,
dude, they've hit some mad shots on this one. We said that
players on the other side. That was a good shot by Sayonara, traded back right away, but the reveal gonna get so much information. Oh, in fact, only
they're only
catches
gonna
the
think
one
once
up
here,
close,
right?
but they'll find the second round the
Kron
side, or
didn't bait.
the second will find
I think Kron's gonna
Boaster's
bait
done
that.
wonderful work and getting inside that cove. It has to be done now.
Whoa,
And
just
it comes
in time,
down
man.
to a split
Just in
second.
time. I wonder if the
FNATIC,
two
ones to
misplay
find
this.
that diffuse just a millisecond
They only know
early.
about one.
I'll be honest,
I guess they're trying to get the kill early because of the cave,
look at the double,
because of the cove.
That was down to a pixel.
3-0 on pistols. Oh, really? They're getting wrecked in pistols. Wait, they lost double pistols, went 11-13. It's not too bad.
Cove.
Wait, that's close.
Yeah, it's insanely close. I think he probably had to realize after the round loss came up.
Force by straight at dude. The pen on this PC is so much bigger, bro. Look at that. It's huge.
VITALITY are a little bit less happy about it. They're going in with a buy.
Snakebite right away. Alpha swapping sides, and there'll be a menace no matter where he is. But the flash was fantastic.
Great trades.
Trades are coming
Yeah, really
in for
good trades.
VITALITY. A late play
But
for mid.
again, they play the Harbour with the pack, so they actually have a chance to.
I'm thinking he
here
can
goes the Harbour.
sneak up, get close to Boaster, catch
Dude,
him off
at the
guard,
moment,
but
I can't even
spat
finish
him
my
with
sentence.
The stinger. That was not on my list. Vekaj 1v3.
We're back, yeah.
In a matter of
Just managing to cuss
this
before it's even
round
happened. Very, very nice force by.
into
Huge.
VITALITY's favor. And the
Everyone bought into this one as well,
but
no
that
money.
late play through mid from Chronicle, icing on the cake.
Dude, this kill top mid is
People were telling me
nuts.
we're in the Judge Neon meta, not Stinger meta. That was
Wait,
was
that's
last year.
crazy
Like, that
as
was a
well.
while
The Stinger
ago.
in this
Like,
round.
Why am I watching people run around with Stingers and dome people from miles away?
Look at this.
Like, that's insanity. This one, that's fair. That's what I expect to see. Not from this range, just like wrecking people from afar. And well, a
gun looks crazy.
early start from FNATIC. They're not going to be able to invest
Sayonara,
much into this
one shot
at all.
everyone. 2 kills for him to get his
And
ult.
even after having
Free ult
both
here.
rounds where Viper was on the right side of the map.
Again, I think it was a great idea to just blitz Alpha. And now FNATIC are coming to blitz through the elbow. 4 players, and Kron on a safe distance. He's able to hold the line. Swing in to provide some help, and that help is needed. Jumpy's just being dropped. The numbers overwhelming, and now they're up very close indeed. They've even taken his vision away. Boaster landing a big hit there with Sayonara down below. He's going to be patient, but now his hand is forced into the battle. This is decaying every advantage that VITALITY had. FNATIC gearing up now for the retake in a 2v2. They've got rifles to play with. Arguably better armed than their opponents, but Durka standing on a podium, and Will accept nothing but first place in this round. They go in looking to the skies.
They did pretty good damage, really. FNATIC here, they should be happy.
They're sent deep into the ground. 2-1. Vitality lose the pistol, but they answer back, albeit here in a costly round.
Yeah.
But they have plenty of credits to fall back on.
That's the thing, though. If this wasn't up against full classics, I'd be like, okay.
Oh, dude, if they bought a little into this, they probably win.
The reason you're kind of sat there going like, oh, actually, that's not bad for them is because they just won round 2. Like, if this was any other round, we'd be sat here
2v1 there would be tracked even close to spike so they die. Yeah, it's definitely an option. I think he believes he can win it, man. Can't really fit. Can't really blame him.
Isolated fights. Like, everybody ended up fighting on their own, and it's not.
He managed to isolate a 1v1, like they're talking about.
In this one, obviously you don't expect the full squad to run at you every single round. FNATIC are going to play more passively.
Wait, they got 2-9 lost bonus,
I do think that also shows the strength of what Boaster talked about last week in terms of why they took.
Hey, it's not too bad.
I think Nat asked in an interview why he took the Harbor instead of the Astra, and he said, look, with setting up the stars, it just doesn't flow as well. And this allows us to be more aggressive. It allows us to be more reactive and to react quicker. And you're seeing it there in that round. How much more aggressive, how quick they
Dude, the Harbor on attack looks so nice, man. It's just on defense, it looks a little rough, but I will say FNATIC playing it way better than they did before. Like last time we watched FNATIC here, the Harbor would be here and just dead already.
Allows him control of the backside.
They actually have a chance to retake this.
KO, of course, brought in order to try and deny some of that utility, but this is going to be difficult. Everything being thrown through to try and catch Chronicle. Hunter's Fury being
Wait, this is cool, man.
Sayonara for support.
Look at how much delay this pit does.
Give him a little bit of help. He's done some tickle damage, but of course, the most of that is decay.
Yeah, they're all gonna be one. Oh, yeah, that's so nice. Man, that's a really cool
caught by the remainder, even still. It feels like Crashies has a chance. Flash out though.
This is a really cool ult though. They take over towards door. They've heavy got his left. He has a box he can hide in, and everyone else has to run through all of this to get to the box or fight everyone.
Make it much more intentional in terms of where you're looking and how it's going to shape up. It has that gap for Chronicle to fall back into. He's firing out the right clicks, and that's the beauty of it. If you kill him, it does not matter, because you are automatically so low on HP that the shock darts, if not the spams, are going to take you down. A really nice and well played out round for Vitality.
Like the 30 FPS. It says 60 on my OBS, but I don't know if it's anything else on my end.
And as you said, 3-1. A real upset to the what should have been the flow of this early half, with FNATIC finding the pistol, and they've yet to reach 2. Hunter's Fury fired very early, and it's failed to get even a
they get
tag.
nothing from this.
Too far away to
it's
receive the damage there.
Under pressure. We saw this in their last game as well. Sometimes caught with util, but not this time.
I will say that it pops pretty fast, like the util.
Has worked wonderfully. The run through gives perfect.
The fact it gives you a sound cue as well is a little strong. I like that team's getting better with this.
It wasn't there in time.
Cool little bait at the door.
His opponent into a mistake, and Sayonara is just waiting on the other side. The screen falls in one regard, but there's another in the way.
Open the door, and now the drone goes out on A. Hopefully they think both are in main. That's what Vitality are thinking. That's what Profec is thinking, but they've got more than enough on FNATIC to just sit back and cover all their bases. Profec, he's looking the right way, but that's a deep angle to clear. He's going to have to just walk through, and he won't even find the opening fight. Sayonara, 7-1. That KD about to take a hit. They found him in main. The knife revealing the position. Oh, doesn't even get the first shot off there as Alpha baits him back and forth in the fight, and a triple swing.
Bait on this one to keep their money really good. Like really good.
Finding their second.
Yeah, better round from them. I think this was one of the major issues that they had when facing off against Eternal Fire, was you did see those moments where Boaster would get overwhelmed. A lot of the time he was left as that solo anchor. I think it was Vakash mostly playing on the other side of the map, and then you didn't have either the KO utility, because it was an ISO in there. It was basically you had your duelist just going to fight, and he had to anchor. Now it seems like they've swapped up to have a lot more.
Did you bring your whole setup? No, we've got a backup setup here. It's the old school setup.
Better, even in the rounds that they didn't necessarily win. And you also have to take into consideration
if I disappear randomly, it's because some PC's overheated.
And they still won.
I have grown into a fan of Harbor's kit. I think obviously the old version was just.
Dude, I mean, I like the Harbor, man.
There's a lot that can be
Team's
done
gonna
with this,
get pretty
and we're
good
about
with
to see
it.
another example. Profect lining up the ultimate.
That's
Big
Steph
old
30
wave
FPS. Is
coming
there anything
their
I can
way,
do
and if
to
you get
change
caught
it?
by it, you ain't seeing a damn thing. Plunged into the depths, and while Boaster tries to respond, it's a bit of a misread on the pace of the round. Durka had already dashed in, taken deep control. Kayak behind the wall, wasn't seen. They think the space is clear, and now he'll step in and catch himself a
Big
double.
flash from this.
The round's back on for FNATIC. It's a small gap from Vitality, but oh, a gap on the other side exploited. Well handled. Chronicle manages to find himself one, and they keep these trades back and forth. The time ticking for FNATIC to get on that spike, and there's a snake
Still
in
Molly.
the grass. Their backlines being
Big Molly, but
threatened
he
as
doesn't want to give away his pause.
wraps all the way around. They'll go to check it. Crashy's casting
very
an
nice
eye in
on
that
this one.
direction, but Vetkash falls in the meantime, and he is soon to follow. 4-2. Vitality right back to winning ways.
The older members, or the old members of FNATIC facing off against the new blood that replaced them. It's almost a little bit of poetic justice, but there's the old that manages to hold on in this scenario. And I do also think
You got an
can see
echo
the
now?
value in
Wait, what have I
those
done now?
Additional initiators, like that double that comes through from Kayak is off the back of
Fix
a
the
reveal
audio?
that stops
Dude, well, I
one
didn't do
player,
anything.
And then a flash that catches the player
It's
in
gone?
front
Okay,
while he
that was
looks
okay.
away.
I'm not gonna
It's
mess
just
with anything.
Lovely
Chat, I'm not
timing,
gonna mess with
but
anything.
then you see the response from Vitality.
We're just gonna
again.
accept that this is fine.
Durka on point, very aggressive. And while
We'll
the
be happy it's
trade's
working.
just about in favor.
It was
of
production? I'm not
Vitality,
sure. I didn't
Chronicle
hear it, so I'm not
incredibly
sure it was
low, but
production.
he is still standing.
Good pacing for early round, especially against an ultimate like that from Neon. When they're on a low buy, very likely that they'll pull it out, and Vitality stay grouped. No individual fights offered, at least not in positions where they can't back
get
off.
3 here.
But they do start to feel the heat dialing up, but now FNATIC have got all their players bunkered down on the back of this site. 2 fall, but still 1 standing, and Alpha brings this down to a 1v2. Chronicle on 15 HP, and with the pit in play, this could very easily become an awkward round. It's a wonderful shot
awkward
from
round.
Alpha. Ready and waiting for that final swing. He's caught Yumpy in the open, but the
He had
shots,
some
they
chances.
do not land for FNATIC.
Nice round from Yumpy,
5-2
kind of bailed him
now.
out a little bit.
And Yumpy, you can see spirits being lifted by winning out that clutch.
Well, I'll say, if you were watching the last map or the way that this map has gone so far, you would have bet your house on Alfia to win that one.
Absolutely.
Those were the first 3 kills the Yumpy's had in this map. Impactful ones at that, though.
Best IGL, bro. Good shit, bro.
Okay.
5-2.
This is Boaster
The
typing,
early
not
start now
best
starting to
IGL
take its
actually.
toll. A second round victory that gave them a jump start, and even with a response, FNATIC started to fall behind once again. And as I said, this was the half that they really struggled on against Eternal Fire. Whereas we've
Yeah,
seen
it's a bit of a rough
sort
start.
mix
Might
from
be a little bit more
Vitality.
proactive than
Obviously,
they're being on
a lot of their
defense.
maps
Just
have been
fight some
incredibly
areas.
close. I think versus GX and Liquid, they
Do
were
you not think that
scraping
Harbor should play
through
A side
the
at all?
attack
I think the
side.
Harbor shouldn't be anchor unless you have
Going
ult.
back to when they played Ulf much earlier in the year.
So,
They had 10 rounds on
kind of like
defense,
far
so I
back
don't
majority of
think
the
you're
time.
gonna
I think no matter where Harbor
particularly
plays, you're playing
comfortable.
retake anyway. You're playing like off-site, trying to get
No
damage.
matter what position or what side you're on right now, if you're a FNATIC fan. Even still, though, as I said, I think we've seen a lot of positives of how this comp can work to sort of favor players like Kayak in those aggressive
When is
defensive
Pansy going to
side,
cast? I'm not even sure if
especially
Pansy
they
is
can get like a few more rounds.
like not sick
Their
anymore.
attack looked fantastic,
Maybe
but
today.
they have obviously swapped out an ISO for a KO, so it might not necessarily be quite as good, but I think it should be going into that attack.
She is casting today? Okay,
Well,
nice.
round 8 about to kick off after timeout. We'll see what work has been done. I see an operator in the hands of Kayak, and he's looking to get aggressive on mid, but no one there from Vitality just yet. Holding the line, though, has its own value. And
Yenken, thank you so much, man.
Will
Appreciate the
spot
prime.
him.
Thank you for doing that.
if he sticks around, they don't want to reveal the operator just yet. So he simply hides from it and fills back in that gap later. But there is a real lack of information in play for FNATIC. They don't know what's going on. There's an orb even blocking any vision of mid.
When's
They
the
have to be
IRL
worried
England
about the
meetup?
wrap up, and all the
I mean,
while
maybe
it's
if
a
we get
more
invited to
direct
London
play.
Masters,
Straight through B main.
you would
Crashes,
imagine.
Strikes from the side and gets
It's a lovely flash.
absolutely blinded by that flash. There was nothing he could do about it, but Alpha, well, he's got some ideas of how to recover this round. Lands himself one with Boaster by his side. It's a 3v2.
Prophet might just get
A
out.
little bit further back. Hoping that maybe that gives him an angle, but both players towards the spawn. Boaster not giving them anything. They are waiting to see if they attempt to plant. Bear in mind, Sayonara getting a plant here would get his ultimate online, but they'd have to switch players, and they're not willing to do that at this stage. Wanting to make sure he can get back into position. No command utilized. He'll take that utility away, and Propic's trying to get ahead of them, but Kayak just too quick on the trigger. But Sayonara, he's going to need somewhat of a hero play. He's very wary that somebody's coming in from that flank position. With the Cove in the way, the second he starts spamming, they're going to be back on that defuse. There is not really anything he can do from this point.
Because you're full clip to break it. Yeah, it's strong, man. It's a nice retake from them. Both did great.
Has met that master once again.
A nice round to start off. I think just the constant trades from FNATIC after the start, which Crashy's put them ahead in.
Harbor is valid on other maps. Honestly, I think you could do it on a lot of maps.
Boaster and Alpha filing in towards that back site. The utility going up. At the point as well, when that Cove is reinforced, like you said, the game's over. There's genuinely nothing you can do about that round to fight your way back through. But the problem so far for FNATIC is they found a round and not being able to connect anything afterwards. Yeah, I think mostly it's not even
good on Pal. Yeah, some of the stuff on Pal is like fine. You just got to be like very proactive, I think, with it.
Chronicle out of the round already.
And you got to make sure you have another smokes, obviously.
Still sitting around causing issues.
Yeah, the second he's got it into play, we've seen the impact from it. Put in positions to thrive, and with the advantage, you sort of mentioned it in the last round, FNATIC have been very good at trading things back. Still potential to even put the pit into play if they need it, but with how slow these rounds have gone, a little bit more reliant on that contact play. Again, though, we're just going to see the slow cross towards this connector. That's where Kayak is watching.
Crashes has so much info on B. There's 4 players A because they know the hit cannot come in on the other side of the map. So as they march in, hoping to catch a few players off
picked the wrong one here.
They run into the entirety of FNATIC, except for that man.
I mean, as soon as they shut down A main, it's just so dumb.
Blow. An in-zone flawless from
maybe a little timeout.
You know, often I'd say it's because they had the numbers, right players.
Why KO this guy on this map?
That guy's
it's historically been a KO map.
Lonely.
The knife's really good for info.
A bit of an open angle to put that ult through on. And a timeout from Vitality.
I think that's more wide, to be honest.
FNATIC start to close the gap. It's the first time we've seen more than a
Do we try and experiment with adding new stuff to try fix the FPS? Maybe.
Rounds that reset their economy, but also again we see them try and go through that A short connector, and it hasn't had a mass amount of success. Especially when they've lost those opening tools. Like the operators come in and Kayak's been able to get that pick. You sort of mentioned it. They spot the space, they take the space. And then because the rotations on this
match the output FPS, or should have default
there's a long
FPS?
way back around. The second they believe that they're committed, you have someone push up on the other side. Like Crashes this round, I think Alpha's done it in a couple of rounds as well. And they might
no
not
echo now, right?
Be involved in the action, and you'll be like, oh yeah, we got another highlight reel from this player. But ultimately, it means you can have that 4-stack. You can have someone like Vekash be a bit more aggressive because you know you have 3 more players waiting on that side. And especially while they're using Hunter's Fury, Kayak needs to be dodging that. He was 45 HP. Vekash can go running in.
Chat, I got no idea how to fix this, straight up.
Well, that's it. You're really mining for fool's gold if you do take down
Unless
Vekash, because you'll think, okay, now we can blitz through to the site. It's probably one more max. Flood that back side. 3 players waiting for you, and a world of hurt comes your way. For FNATIC, it all comes down to the very start of the round. The fact that Crashies walks up in B, takes this position super deep, and just has that line.
Just leave it? Yeah, I think I might have to leave it.
Until they eventually push when he wraps in the flank and just plays full containment. It was a perfect play from Crashies. The result speaks for itself.
Wait, I'll try something.
We'll
try it now.
Smartly played. He knows his distances. You know that Sayo's going to be a bit more cautious about where he drones from after last round.
This is better from FNATIC again, though. 5-person retake with the Harbor.
And they're going to pay with their HP bars as well.
So much from that demo.
No, the shot dart didn't land, and now they're up close. They're looking to force the issue. FNATIC are all here, though. They've backed off. They've given them the space.
Yeah, I like the idea from Vitality, but I just don't think they think they'll be this far back.
And that's a perfect counter to the aggression.
Nice respect that FNATIC gave him here.
Just like the last map, we see a lead extended in that first half. We see it look like Vitality are going to run away with it. Pause called, immediate turnaround. Like FNATIC back in the server once again. And I don't know, that might just be
won't be able to do that for a little bit.
We'll
try to fix the stream first.
I don't think it was major strategical things that were being left open, but whatever those small tidbits are, they are making a massive difference. 3 in a row. That defensive side looking far, far better than what we saw versus Eternal Fire, and while Vitality will be dreading the fact that this is the time they're looking better on this map, because it might just be another opportunity for history to repeat itself. And add another, I don't even know what would we be at, 8? I think it was 7-0 when we looked earlier.
Yeah. Again, it depends how far back in history you go. Outside of VCT, it's even more so, 8 or 9. But the key thing is, kickoff, it was a 2-0, and Vitality got flattened. I think 13-8 was the best result, 13-5 the other. And then before that, they've been able to take maps off them, being in BO5s and BO3s.
Have you seen we're getting VCT blast events? I mean, it makes sense. Such a good move from them as well. A lot of the blast stuff's done in Malta as well, right? So they're a little loose with some of the visa stuff. So that could be a good way of them getting around at least some of the EU visa stuff.
Friendly territory to take fights in.
They're also experienced at doing the other events in different countries.
Yeah, the op is also holding in towards Con. It's now in Boaster's hands, so they've swapped up with 3 rifles towards the B side of the map.
Maybe this is going to get weird.
Still some supporting utility available. A bit of an off angle from Kayak, but they've let them through.
What?
They're now running past.
I thought they
don't realize there's still a man behind them, but they've dealt with one. He's got to be careful, though, that there isn't another player behind, which there is, but he's managed to get past him. So many targets for him to try and face off against.
Honestly, Vitality,
but more needed and more delivered. Kayak going for extra.
They're lucky he only got 2, yeah.
But it's now left all on to Boaster. The rest have been dealt with the patience of Chronicle. We talk about this man's operator.
Dude, it was so weird. We kind of that's a big miss, man.
But he gets him on the rifle. And now we're down to a 1v1.
Dude, this Cove, bro. This Cove.
Versus Boaster. We saw it with Durka earlier on. And needless to say, he was thrilled to win it. Snakebite lands. Boaster doesn't have an angle. He taps it, though. As the Viper's pick goes down, Kron closing in the distance, but that doesn't cover the spike. He'll still have to step out to get towards it, and he can't spam. Has to step into the bubble. Boaster showing him that he's got it to half, and he's going to stick it.
Okay, do you know what's cool here? Do you know what's really cool here? This has a bit of lore to it as well. Okay, the Boaster strat is to tap the spike after the first half, and then it's to make the other person peek you, right? Because obviously they know that it's only 3.5. So that so he taps it again, and this is like a known thing that he talked about in FNATIC as well. And obviously Kron played for FNATIC, so he thinks that he's trying to make him think that he's on it, really, or like just tapping it and then wants to duel him. Dude, that's such good mind games, man. That's sick.
6-5, 4 rounds in a row.
He reversed the Boaster strat,
making the guy with the most trophies of all time look foolish on that stage.
Boaster's having a hell
that has so many layers to it. That's so sick.
Bringing Vitality right to hell as the new residents. It's 6-5, but 7 could be on the board any moment now. Durka and Sayonara, all that stand in their way. And now just down to Sayo, surrounded, outnumbered, and dealt with. It's
dude, 7 on defense is a lot, man. Considering how good their attack looked last time, that's a lot.
Yeah, from 5-2 down to end up winning the half. It's impressive, and the manner in which they've done it. There's definitely going to be that little bit more of a good feeling. The fact is, though, there's still a second half to go. Vitality need to recover.
Farm as well, 16-8.
Let's head over to an interview with some of their fans.
Well, it's just fans of Valorant in total, right? I mean, FNATIC are firing up right now, so are our fans. There's a lot of people watching in the studio at the moment, but 2 that we've picked out right now. Do you want to introduce yourself to everyone watching at home?
Yeah, of course. My name is Ice, and just chatting is the best Discord server.
Okay. And what about yourself, sir?
Yeah, I'm Taurus, and I'm here for FNATIC.
Okay, who's your favorite player on the side of FNATIC?
It has to be Boaster, mostly because I can also shoot like him.
Okay.
That's totally fair. How do you see the rest of the map playing out? The fact that they're 7-5 up at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I even trusted them when they were 11-1 down, so yeah.
Okay, so this is the audio I found.
Okay, a true fan.
Can I
like
get
that.
this
You're
to
saying there's not really a favorite team for you? You're kind of
custom
just enjoy your
FPS?
Valorant?
Yeah,
Bro, it's not a thing, man.
The first VCT game, I just played rank for fun with my friends, and this all no keeper sport.
Who's your favorite agent at the
Yeah, I
moment?
can't fix this.
The moment mix, the new agent, but before it's someone.
Okay, anyone else here played Mix? You guys Mix enjoyers? Well, they seem a little less like that. But do we have any FNATIC fans in the house? Yeah, it feels like FNATIC gonna be taking it, whether it's with the audience or with
Barnow, thanks so much for the Prime, Ian. Thank you for doing that, mate.
Exactly what's in store for map number 2.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
Certainly a few FNATIC fans in the house.
Just a couple.
At least 6 or 7. And 7 rounds on the board for FNATIC. 1 map to the good already. A chance to close it out here and give Vitality a taste of, well, a dish that they're all too familiar with, and I think getting bored of.
Yeah, they've had it many a time. Maybe not necessarily the players
Beebs,
of this
thanks so much for
roster
the Prime as well, man.
specifically,
Appreciate you.
But I think also, if you are Durka, you've been here.
KGD
If
as well,
you are
thank you for
Chronicle,
that as well,
you've
mate.
now been here, and you are not going to enjoy. Well, the fact that Boaster is just clutch versus you in a manner that is, it's him reading you perfectly. Like, it's you basically following his script to the T, and then you have to look him in the eye afterwards. Not a good feeling. Even still, Vitality now come in looking for their first pistol. Sure, they won a second round in the last half, but the pistol rounds have just not been going their way.
They don't get them.
And if FNATIC get this one and do convert, again, they look to be running away with it.
Well,
FNATIC at 8-1 in pistols. That's
They've made
insane.
their way through many different super teams. Almost all of them, or all in fact, I think have faced FNATIC. All have lost to FNATIC. And for them, I suppose, it's always a good
Patient as
metric.
hell on this
Have
one.
we actually built the super team this time? Have we actually put the right pieces together?
Recon goes middle,
this
doesn't
is
see
as good
anything.
a barometer as you can
Wall to
possibly
create
find.
pressure like
Getting
we're
past
pushing down.
Boaster is the
Elbow
final
and
boss
mid.
of a successful roster. It's an achievement that Vitality have never managed.
Alpha's nickname, innit? The final boss of EMEA.
Exactly.
It literally is in the name.
Hey, Taster as well. Thank you so much for doing that,
Flawless
dude.
victory
Appreciate
after
that.
flawless victory. A few maps lost along the way, but Vitality, they've yet to find the golden
Yeah,
fleece
these
to
two
their
come back
Jason.
though.
So passive on this B site.
Now what? Now it gets really
Sitting
weird.
back, waiting
Boaster
for someone
speeds
to make
up.
a move, and that move has been made.
30
Boaster has
seconds left.
walked up mid, giving him so much space. He's watching for that rotation. Wins the fight versus
flash
Durka.
that
No
is.
support is coming. The cavalry
Dude,
was
they're
called
so
for,
good at
and there is
pistols
no
right now.
cavalry to be found. They have tripped on their way to the site. And you might be looking at a FNATIC coming in with seconds to spare, but
Fake Aja, he's got some lovely
they
flashes, man.
managed to just take that space so effortlessly, just find the gaps in what Vitality put out. And okay, there's one gap back the other way. That's at least a pick, but there's so much more needed from Profik. He needs to find all of them at once.
It's a good
and it's
plan.
just
Come
not
in with
gonna
a triple
happen.
swing.
I was going to say, you're counting out Young
4-0
so
on the
soon,
pistols.
but it wasn't that soon. Seconds later, the round's over. 8-5 for FNATIC. The pistols have been looking very
4
good
for
for them in this series. 4
That's a
for
good
4
shot.
indeed. In terms of good starts to a half, well, yet to see what happens here, but,
Yeah, but
2
they
out of
can't.
3.
Yeah.
Because the last one was a little shaky. Win the pistol, go 3-1 down.
They can't really go for the force on defense.
Couldn't agree more. Couldn't have said it better
Gonna
myself.
have to tank this one.
Round 14, and this is
Acid as well,
what
the Prime.
could be
Thank
the
you so
biggest
much for that as well,
challenge
mate.
for FNATIC. The last round 2 was awful. This one surely has to be much better. And it will very much hammer a nail into the coffin of Vitality. This is going to start to smother them out of the early, or out of the game. If 9-5's on the board, the next rifle has all of the pressure on it, all the stakes built up towards it.
They might stack the right side.
Patience. It's been the name of the
3,
game. A lot of
they
damage
speed
being
up
done, though.
into a
Vitality
bandit.
put 2 players low, 4 players in the right place at the right time. Alfie has now been dealt with as well. He was one of the healthier players. And
Dude,
Sayonara
Cyanar's
has
hit
come up
some
with a quick double.
bangers.
The
Look at the
remainder,
HPs,
the ones with low
39.
HP, it is looking
You gonna
like
get eco'd
history
again?
might repeat itself here, with Chronicle
Wow.
being one of the players standing
Does everyone count
still
as Nico if
on
they
full
forced, I
health.
guess, but-
And he's brought Vekash even lower, as if it wasn't dangerous before. He's now a shot to any gun. But they are going to get the plant.
Not yet.
No weapons found, but it might not matter. Look to walk up, only connecting onto one player, so the other's still a relative unknown. That's one of them. Into Boaster again, the same
Redemption.
battle as before.
Here we go
The
again.
same fight versus two players that have that history together. The swing out doesn't quite connect anything.
It's big.
The time's
It's
starting
big.
to work in favor of Boaster. He's just playing games with an opponent,
That's
but
unlucky,
this time
man.
Chronicle comes
Big
out on
eco,
top.
man.
It is a second
They win
victory
win
in
both pistols, but lose the
halves
next
from
round.
Vitality.
They lost to
Kron
a
on
sheriff
top
and a
and on
bandit.
his
That was
feet
it.
as well. This time, it
One
goes
sheriff,
a different
one
way.
bandit.
I actually can't believe that they've done it twice in a row. Because we talk about this, the best way to start a half is to lose the pistol and win the second round. The problem is, doing that is usually very...
Swing me, good boy, swing me.
Oh, no. And you know the best part is, Boaster, right before he pops in, I'm sorry, right before he goes in for that final fight.
Okay, we get the hero rifle, no armor on this as well.
Left side. He baits that he's wrapping around, then blinds his opponent, deafens him, and runs back around the other way. But Kron is just faster.
Kron
on
was
the
afraid.
trigger
I mean, he
and
didn't
really
want to use it. He didn't want to lose
think
another
that's the
1v1
worst
for
part.
sure.
I think the worst part is Chronicle maybe not realizing that Boaster probably enjoys being called good boy. Of all the people on the stage, I think he's going to be okay with it. Did we see him earlier talking to Yumpy?
Yeah, that was threats. Let me put it this way. Threats were made. And, well,
if anything, you've hyped him up.
I think we're all hoping to see that if he backs it up. 8-6.
That's crazy.
Round
Yeah, a little
evades
bit.
them in what should have been. And in
Dude, these
almost
have got
any other game,
loose after
except the ones
yesterday's
yesterday, would have
after
been a
yesterday's
guarantee. There
stream.
were no guarantees yesterday, I'll tell you
The
that.
games broke him yesterday.
They're left down to the pistols themselves. Now, making this work would possibly cause another crash out on my behalf, but it is the rifle to lead the way. Durka on the high angle.
Oh,
yeah,
look at these flashes, bro. They're nice.
And he is sent back around this
Some
side.
nice carry,
Out of
too.
position, back up, walled off as well. Pressure on for Durka to deliver, and he'll get nothing. Another rifle on the floor to be retrieved for FNATIC on
that
pistols
might be,
themselves.
I
I
think that was a
don't believe
must-
what I'm witnessing, but they're trading it
kill.
out, keeping the
Big jewel at
advantages
door.
in play for the attack side. Chronicle stepping forward. It's only a classic that meets him, but he catches him just before he falls, but left on
21
21
HP,
HP
surely.
against two rifles, Alpha and Vekaj to face off against him. It would be another clutch for Chronicle, another big round, but it's not to be.
Vekaj has got some sick
Climbing
carries,
back to
so
his peak.
he really does. Been
And
nice on this.
FNATIC 9-6 as a result. As a wise man once said, what is going on?
It is funny though, because you come into this round, I think Alpha is 7 and 11. He goes, nah, I'm gonna hero rifle. I'm gonna win it for us. And then they just bait for him all the way through. His players swinging to give him opportunities, but even then he gets tagged down to 5
some lovely
HP,
shots.
and from that point onwards, he doesn't miss a single bullet.
Honestly, that round
is
might
how
be
good
it.
This man's peak is, but the fact is for Vitality,
Well,
those
Kron wants
excuses,
his own go
maybe
at
in
the
the
hero
first map you go,
rifle.
you lost both pistols. That's a bit of an excuse.
Sure.
In this
Vekaj
one, you
gets
still
his
lost
ult,
both pistols,
Boaster.
but you won
They
both
get his,
second
they keep it
rounds,
simple.
and you still find yourself 9-6
Like this from
down.
Vitality.
Yeah, first half it very much stands. In a
Everyone's trying
13-11,
to
losing
just
both
bait for
pistols
the hero
is
gun.
literally the reason that you lost. But here, well,
Should be winning.
you should be dominating. After
He's trying to
losing
delay
pistol,
as much
winning
as possible
second,
back
and
of
now
sight.
Here we are, 9-6 down. Okay, pistols in play for Vitality. You got to take it seriously. That's a lesson the FNATIC have learned, and now applying their learnings. Chronicle, a sliver of health left. The man who abandoned this banner being put to bed
you
by
gotta
them
save the hero
surely
gun,
in a
mate.
4 versus 1. He stands no chance, and he has to flee to the A site. Have any chance of
didn't,
saving this weapon? Even then, they are hunting him down.
I mean, they put the harbor into it.
Do not want to let him escape with this gun, but
The harbor? Nah.
also you do
He
have to
used
feel
it
like
earlier,
maybe
right?
This is a,
Like
a
he
little
actually got
bit
kills
more
off
than
it,
just
I think.
taking the weapon away.
Unless I
Take
fully
the man
missed it.
away.
It's always been difficult to crush his spirit, but
Shock dart. He knows where you are now. This is dangerous.
I know, that's the thing though, he's just waiting. This has been a lot of
It's
what
4-2.
we've seen from FNATIC.
Yeah,
He's gonna
that's a
try
little-
it. Oh, it's very close. A martyrdom shocked up. Vekaj should get the kill in the end anyway. Makes no difference.
It
Gun
might not matter.
not
They still got
kept.
2 great
Chronicle
ults for
at
this.
least has a Viper's Pit online, and both
He
smiling,
might have heard
but
the...
one of them is
Well,
3
next
rounds
you do
away
it,
from
he cooks the
victory.
bandit
And
as well.
one is 3 rounds away from still being around behind.
Very well put indeed. Yeah, FNATIC definitely the squad with
Yeah, and he hit
less
2 of
to
his own
worry
players
about
with it.
at this point. with a solid
it's
response
fine.
to, again, a major mess up in losing round 2 of this half and the last half. The fact that they've corrected and now steamed into the lead, 4 rounds ahead, double digits, and as you said, 3 away from
FNATIC
not
going
just
for their
closing
split.
the map,
Bro, their
but
split
the
A's last
series
time looked so good.
in what would, again, on paper, 2-0.
Their splits with this
be
comp
dominant
was so
fashion. This
nice.
map's certainly the case. We look to Vitality. They need to find their second wind and fight back in to this map, but for now, the mid push denied. They're pressed back, and the A site's already fallen.
Dude, look at how much he delay. Stays alive as well. Cove's going to be up again.
A tough retake.
That's a
Hunter's
really hard
Fury, which,
retake.
okay, it
If
might not
Yampy
be
gets a
used
kill, he
all
gets
the way
his
into the
ult.
late
Might
round, but definitely
matter
gonna be a
for
disruptive
Crashy's ult.
force. Flash going through.
They gotta go fast, man. They're up against the
A
Sobo.
little bit of tickle damage done. In fact, Vekash has been eliminated, but the later the round gets, the more effective Yampy becomes. Sorry, Crashy's becomes. He's sitting all the way back, making sure he can't be caught, but even still the spams are working. And now
Oh,
comes
that's
out
KO
Hunter's
if he wants
Fury.
it. Oh,
He has to
big.
try and
Oh
do
my
it
god,
all.
that's so big.
2 players were desperately low, but he didn't realize it. Instead, he's going to go swinging. He will have to check to see if they're defusing, and this
Holy,
time
that's
Sayonara
close,
off the
though.
line.
That's really
They'll
close.
get Yampy back on board, and they will have time for that defusal.
Freak surviving those, nice. Managed to get the res out as
Came into
well.
last week, a freshly forged blade. Hot
If the
from
KO
first,
hadn't come in, would he have won
with a
it?
sharpened edge with
Probably
Sayonara
not.
on the
He would have been
roster.
run down, right? It was too close.
Coming now up against their historic
did. Oh.
rival. They need every piece to be online. Firing at full force, and at least for now, that seems to be the case. That was a big round, but because of how we got here, it's not going to be an easy follow-up. You've got to the green, but you don't have to tap it in just yet. They got to wrestle past another full buy.
I think the question
Oh,
as
it's
well,
pretty
though,
far
will
away
be, if
from
this is
FNATIC
another
now.
2-0, can you call it a rivalry?
That's
It's like
Holy,
they've
he's
taken
flaming
the
them.
players, but I don't know. There'll be arguments. FNATIC versus Liquid has always been a battle, but this one always goes one way. It is up to Vitality to prove there is something
Vitality
different.
never beaten
I like how we
Liquid.
just watch Alfia walk down mid and then
As in
take
the orc
both hands
battle.
of mouse and keyboard to fix his monitor, but we'll ignore that.
Game sense, mate. He knew they weren't going to peek.
It's
He was
9
in a
now.
relatively safe space, but it still looks funny.
You mean FNATIC?
On the fly
Wait, did I say Liquid?
adjustments.
Ah, dude, it's because he said
The
Liquid. It was
battle
in my head
brewing
trying to
in
think
mid,
of
but it's on the
games.
A site, the FNATIC finds success. Chronicles already down. Hunter's Fury sent through. Good tag, and the follow-up doesn't seem to be there. They've
Not
lost
even beating him
Alpha
once.
here.
That's rough, man.
On that attack side, the mid presence gone. Now the Vitality
Breeze
can
has
fully
turned into
focus
retake
on the
simulator,
side.
man.
Big fight coming. Paterka goes
Normally
down.
get like a
Shot
couple of
Dark's
Joes
the
before
one
the
to trade it
retakes,
out,
but-
and FNATIC want to walk up, press deep towards that left side, but Sayonara wrapping around. Only caught
he
by
boasts it
Kayak
kinda
after
fast.
he draws blood, but Kayak keeps on going, cutting through this Vitality retake and leaving
Sorry,
Yampy
bro.
in a tough spot. They are just confirming.
Why is he
that
re-swung
he's not on the
that?
spike, but the re-peek from Boaster is bold. But
Kayak's bailed him out a little bit
delivers
here.
the final blow. 11 rounds on the board.
Boaster
They gave
re-swinging,
him
that's a little
chance
scary.
there,
I
but
think he
as
just
quick
thinks he's
they
going to
took it
insta-run
away.
back and go
Yeah,
tap
and
the
it's
spike.
immediate response. A singular round, same as we saw in the last half, but without the
Spike
streak that we had from FNATIC. Not able to get these closer
What's their
moments
money
over
like?
the line. And they're going to try and, well, maybe recreate some of that magic that came from the FNATIC coaching staff. As they're going to take a tactical pause. I think one that's needed.
Their money might be
We've
completely
seen
done.
these flashes in the pan, but I don't know. I feel like FNATIC have never really felt too far out of control in this second half, especially.
Oh yeah, they've had their hands on the wheel. That's for sure. And it's no
Did I
surprise.
see Yampy's outfit in the
You said,
skirmish?
you know,
No.
you talk about the rivalry.
Wait,
and
we're
yeah,
wearing
in terms of
outfits now?
substance, in terms
The
of
hell's going on?
the
full
series that
skit?
we've seen play out. That is a valid point. It's not a rivalry for
We're
FNATIC.
watching, no, we'll watch,
there's not much
we'll
to
watch
be
Liquid against Heretics and then we're
invested in
done.
there other than the man we just saw on screen
wearing
and
a
the men that we've
B1Z.
seen on
What
screen
the hell?
the entire game. The fact that Vitality came in and looted their legacy, took 2 huge players for this roster, namesakes, indeed, one of the most titled and awarded player in Valorant history. That's, I think, what drives that rivalry. That's what makes these battles personal.
Yeah.
But so far for Vitality, they haven't lived up to the rivalry they've created.
Harbour
I
Coach
agree.
Potatoes? Dude, I'd
This
be
is
down.
their chance to show that, and already
just all about
a better
retakes, though.
showing indeed than what we saw at kickoff.
I don't even know where Mini stands on Harbor.
It's much the same, just a different skin.
Surely he's a fan. Yeah, there's no good recon for middle.
But he does have the blades.
No good recon that like clears middle and elbow. It's a bit of a nightmare.
They managed to deal with both.
It's a big trade, man. We're putting Viper into this. We might just try and end it now.
But with a Viper's
Before the plant, though.
And the site under their control. The only thing I will say, it might not be worth it in this scenario.
Okay, definitely not anymore.
Especially now that we've seen that shot connected by Chronicle, but also with the other utility available. A quick round around that goes in
all in that paid off.
Looking like FNATIC tried to just run it down to close.
Yeah, I didn't really like their mid. I didn't really like their mid take. Surely they got to use a KO knife better than this.
In terms of going deep on mid, and we talked about how the Harbor enables them to do
You're
that.
doing a whole gamble round of a fast middle and hope they don't take elbow.
Towards those fights in elbow. And this man shows up in the end. 19-13 now for Chronicle. But a 3-round gap still sustaining for FNATIC. A low buy, and well, these rounds have been very difficult to count out from what we've seen so far. There are still dangers, but I like Vitality's approach. They're not trying to scrap on A main. They don't even want the information. They are sitting, they're not even sitting on site, so far back behind yellow. So they can still spot, they can still destroy some utility, deny information, but they don't want to get overwhelmed.
Where they're going to go after plant on this.
They almost don't want to post plant, because I was going to say they've got a couple of Buckies and they have a Viper's Pit. Like a post plant here would actually be quite scary.
Very good point.
But with Kayak going down, the overdrive disappears. I'll be curious to see if they still go for it. They do.
Oh,
they
really?
Force them into an awkward battle. Now, the
I guess this is why we bought the Buckies.
Is a huge piece. It can leave them all blinded and in an awkward position, but they step out and then step back in. Now, the HP deficit's going to be in the other direction. The spams from Boaster, but he takes the majority of damage. It's an awkward battle within this pit.
The Viper ult back from Chronic doesn't really spread
Can they do enough? And Alfie is
that
still
well.
here. He's still hiding. He still has a snake bite. That will buy even more time off the clock. Another one comes up and it's left all onto
It's a little scary. Dude, it's weird from FNATIC to go so heavy for a plan on your eco here.
Yeah, I think really close. We missed it, but Alpha jumping out of the pit, Bucky in hand, and if he finds that shot, he drops the pit on the other side, because I think it was Chronicle he'd face, and then has a chance to obviously keep pit online, keep that decay rolling, but instead, he loses the fight, and with it, the round slips away, and really it was because he was forced to send through the snake bite to stop the defuse. His position's given up, and then he has to flee. Otherwise, you are just waiting for death to come knocking. 11-9.
Surely these ults are too good.
A low buy, a low investment.
I understand Vitality wanted to try to get an AWP here, but it's not the best map for
it. Here's where the real chances are for FNATIC to end this series, or at least to take one more step. Be right at the door of a victory.
If Sayonara gets a kill, it gets his ult.
All up towards A as well. They have blocked out all of the players from Vitality, and with Reckoning, I assume to be sent through, but not for now.
Oh, decent spam, but unfortunately it's onto a player that can be brought back, trying to bait them in to go for the fight. They have done. Chronicle down, Bekash back. Hunter's Fury also going through. FNATIC are using everything in this round just to try and disrupt. They've only managed to find a singular pick.
From Boaster here.
Operator still at the back line, but they've kept that Reckoning and Overdrive available.
Yeah, Hunter's Fury got from the plant, but again, we're running out of ultimates. Luckily, Boaster still has his to work with. Another great shock dart in from Sayonara. And a trade out up close. Durka's Operator shotgun pays dividends. Good flash, and Prophet capitalizes with a pick. Shock dart sent through.
No way, full damage.
This time it's on FNATIC side. They find a big.
Damn, it's a nice round from Crashies on this one. Dude, the shock did full damage.
After another 12
like the most perfect HP for it.
3 chances.
I mean, they put all the ults into it, but it worked.
To dish up that same old meal for Vitality. A series lost against the final bosses of EMEA.
It's such solid work. I think they used a lot of their ultimates in that round, knowing how important it was to sort of get it over the line.
3 goes at it.
3 put into play, and one of them right at the very end as well. Like Boaster, I think if it had been slightly earlier, it would have been perfect, but it still made things very, very awkward for those Vitality players looking to try and swing. with almost everything expended. But you also have to bear in mind the damage that has done to Vitality's economy. No more operator for Durka. Yumpy down to a Guardian as well. I'm sure they're definitely slightly better off in terms of ults, but they're the ones looking in the face of another 2-0 defeat. They're the ones under pressure with Profex having to try and just retreat away from the site. But if you look at the position of the
knife
spike,
kind of clears everything.
there's no guarantee this is an A-site hit at all.
It's pretty fast reclear from Vitality on this one. Yeah, this ain't going to work too well. See what Crashies can do. Oh,
Boaster's the one opening it. That's Durka down as well. What a head-to-head to kick off what could be the last round. Vitality.
That's rough. Yeah, I mean, it was a long aim, Joe.
This A-side hold, if they lose Profek on the peak and
surely it's done.
Will strike
Great flash
from
once
that corner.
again.
Now backup is arriving, and although Crashies falls, the numbers, they
Whoa.
don't fall unless Chronicle goes huge! A three-piece!
Dude, look at that HP on Boaster as well.
And Sayo the one to drop him. It is not over yet. Not unless Alpha's got another big play, but he meets Kron.
Crazy
the Battle
rounds.
of the Vipers swings to the defenders, and again, he's on
I love
his
seeing
feet.
Kron give it, man. It's so
we spoke
sick.
about that last week.
He used to be so quiet.
Didn't have a great performance, but he wasn't really needed. The rest of the team was there. The fact is, Chronicle has always done his best work in moments where his team need him the most. This was the moment they needed him the most. Facing up against map point, 2 men
I should be ashamed. Mate, it's a 3v5. Saying I should be ashamed and Fnatic are losing 3v5s? You need to replace your blame, my guy.
To do the majority of the work. 12-10, a lifeline, and again a weaker buy, but Fnatic looking to maybe be that little bit more pacey. In fact, very pacey.
Oh yeah, they are blitzing this down. Prophet can't even put a utility down to slow.
Surely not,
Wonderful
Durka.
KO knife, but instead Durka. Oh,
That's so. Why is he trying to win every round on his own?
Crazy guy. And now the snake bite from Alpha with a little tickle up from Crashies puts us in the advantage for Fnatic. Map and series point on the line, and Sayonara stepping in early into the den of Fnatic, and he'll find one. The stun good.
Oh,
the
swing?
shot
Dude,
better,
Kayak,
and Sayo
my guy.
stands deep into
Why are
the
we
round.
hesitating?
When he falls, he's given them a chance, a spark of hope, but they need to
Good
fan
flash.
that into a flame, and
bail
Alpha
out.
is putting them out, snuffing out the light from Vitality's hope.
Yeah, that's.
And Yumpy, the leader, and he's got Alpha and Crown. He's only got Crashies now to deal with. Hold on, there is still a chance.
Oh.
Needs to get this to half or at least win that fight on the jump. It's all down to Crashies buying time, running the clock.
Holy, nicely done from Crashies. Dude, Crashies had some big runs here.
History repeats itself.
Dude, the
for
2-0.
Fnatic. Never
Making
to
it
lose
easy.
a series against Vitality.